And we're back. We're going to do another reading. This time I'm going to do 3 rows of 3 cards and see what comes out. Holy Spirit Divine, Ancestors, Spirit Guides, Totem Animals, all those that work for us in the highest light, for us, with us. What is it that we need to know? Transformation at the bottom of the deck. First card, Holy Spirit. First card, what is it that we need to know? Someone is in need of finances. They may be having a really hard time. 2 more cards for the first row. They need assistance. They need you to give, share. Look out for them. They're trying to find balance, and they're really in great need of assistance. More than one person. This card is peeking through. They're being diligent, looking for the coin. Faithful to the coin and being diligent about it. They need it for their balance. They may be trying to invest their time more wisely in their energy, but right now they are juggling. What else is it that we need to know? Whoa. Their cup's empty. They feel unloved, uncared for. They're blocked creatively, so of course that means they're blocked as far as their chakras. They're imbalanced within, so without, they will also be imbalanced. This has them feeling unloved and in a really low place. I picked that up on this card also, that they feel low, because it stood out to me how this one is standing and how they're down on their knees. I just didn't say it, but I was picking that up. What about this charity? Who is in need of charity, of your giving? Oh, wow. A disloyal figure who's trying to run from the truth and their financial deception as far as it goes in a love relationship. So someone you were in a union, or they may even be trying to get into a union to balance out their finances. So they're going to get into a union being sneaky and disloyal, all for money. Either that or someone running, trying to get away from something that's causing them these financial hardships, and they're coming for a union to try to solve that. They're putting in some work. They're dedicated to this. It's something they repeat on a cycle. They're not changing. They're not growing. A lot of people have not taken heed to the fact that your abundance lies within you. Your abundance, your energy is your currency. Everyone thinks about having things organized in order, getting their job done efficiently and successfully, but they don't think about that same effort being put into their own temple, your body. So this person is looking to fill their cup. They have nothing to offer. And this is someone that has been disloyal. They may even be lying to you about why they want to come in and get this money. If they're going to flat out ask you for a loan, they're not going to be honest. They're going to be tugging at your heart. Act like a team player. Like, oh yeah, you know I always love you. What is this imbalance? They have no defense. They have no protection. That's another thing. That's a part of your currency, your energy, your divinity. Because those that are under karmic debt, paying dues, some of them have lost their protection. They've lost their guidance. This is why they're imbalanced. They have no direction. So they want to come and cling to someone that is imbalanced, in balance, who has a cup that they can take from. Do you see his hand reaching out? Not hers. She has both hands on her cup, holding it up as though I will give to you. And the other one's holding his hand with one cup, with one hand. And the other one, he's extending it as though, yeah, I'll take that. Wow. High Priest is at the bottom of the deck. Someone may be observing this. Or is this the High Priestess that this person is coming toward? Someone that's mysterious, not by purpose, but may seem mysterious to a lot of people because they keep to themselves. They like to research and they do analyze a lot of things. Connecting dots might be a hobby. This is someone that saves their energy. They invest it wisely. And what is about this empty cup? Yeah. Queen of Pentacles. A nurturer. Someone that's practical. This is where they're coming with their burdens. To have their cup filled. A nurturer. Someone that's sitting on her throne, minding her business, but stays grounded. Someone that may seem mysterious to a lot of people, but she's about her business. This energy coming towards her knows that. And as I just stated, he wants to come, she wants to come and bring that karmic debt to you. What is with these lies and this disloyalty that they're trying to sneak away? Judgment's been called down. They don't want you to remember the lies, the tricks, the schemes, or how resourcefulness they can be with the lies. Judgment has been called down on these ambitions. The hand of God is speaking. The judgment is being brought down by the higher ups. The universe is speaking. They're aware of this, wanting to have this union for a financial opportunity. They want to come in and celebrate with you because they see how elegant and peaceful you are, how nurturing, Virgo energy. They want to light that fire, Venus and Aries. They may even be working with a community, or it may be someone in your community, a community you're involved in. They have no protection and they're trying to gain balance. They're trying to recover. They're facing life. They feel shame and they need to find help. They feel guilty and they are not in a right state of mind. This is a no-go on the door open. There is no love. There's disharmony, imbalance, conflict, detachment. And it would be a bad choice. This is someone that's filled with indecisions when it comes to love. This King of Cups possibly has that cup ready. Scorpio energy. They seem to be of good counsel, maybe. Someone that's easy to talk to. What else do we need to know about this Queen of Pentacles? She's free. She's released the past. We don't have Six of Cups here, but definitely she has released that. She faces her fears and she feels empowered. And she is surviving on her throne in complete fulfillment, having financial success, feeling whole, at peace and harmony. And what do we need to know about this person that's coming in? They're restless. They don't want to be isolated anymore. They don't want to be away from you. They're having an awakening. Maybe just the start. Maybe the pinky toenail. Recovery is what they're facing. But they're at a standstill of difficult choices and being in denial. So this is causing them to be stuck because they want to keep hidden information. What else do we need to know about this imbalanced person? Bad planning, overthinking, not taking action, trying to play it safe and avoiding risks. The risk being honest, telling the truth. So you have your sword up, Queen of Pentacles. You're not offering your cup. But come a little closer. She might give you a nice little shave. She has clarity and wisdom. Stands in her authority and her leadership. Leadership of self. She has her financial independence. She's an honest, independent, objective, and very perceptive woman. Male or woman, take it how it fits. Let's see. What are we going to use to go deeper? Let's go with these. These have been calling me. I don't use these. You have the two sides. I don't use them very often as far as clarifying. This would be a first, I think. but those are pulling me. So I'm going with it. Bottom of the deck. We all have an ocean of possibilities. Navigate through the boundless ocean of possibilities, where horizons whisper of untold opportunities and plentiful paths. But you have to take the step, and not in codependency, not in disloyal or being a betrayer. Judgment is always going to be called down, if not from one that's walking the planet that has that authority. The Most High, the ancestors will definitely get it done. What do we need to know about this giving? What do we need to know about the Six of Pentacles? Trust yourself. Let your intuition be the compass that leads you through murky waters. Ashe. There are changes, embrace. And this imbalance of this sneaky, lying, deceitful person. Whoa, a few messages. It's a rough road for them. They have to prepare carefully before they continue. It's going to be a long journey ahead. Honest echoes. Listen to the whispers of your heart, for you know the whole truth. You and only you. You have to go through the depths of your soul. Going within, doing the shadow work. Speaking with your ancestors and guides, asking them for guidance. Asking them for answers. But they have lost their protection. Protected. Find solace and safety, knowing you're sheltered and guided through life's storms to calm shores. Either they're blocked spiritually, or because of those chakras being blocked, they're so imbalanced, they have no connection. Whoa. This explains this card even more. And the more reason why you should say no. Because this Eight of Swords would be in the upright if you do. You will put yourself in a self-sabotage. A vortex of change swirling in a circle. You have to engage with the vortex of change, where energy swirl in transformative dances, molding anew. You have to get off that cycle. And it's showing here, when you abuse whatever authority, whatever kindness of another one's heart for your own greed, and you wish to choose to live in lies, not even trusting yourself, not being honest with yourself, not going deep. Yes, it's a rough road. But when you speak to your guides and you're guided and you get the answers, only then will you understand and then become to overstand. This Nine of Swords in reverse of this imbalanced person. What is this? Wow. Okay. A web connection. Weave your connection thoughtfully, creating support. A supportive web that uplifts your personal and professional journey. So they have no support. They are living on a feather of hope, and it only takes a mustard seed. They have to grasp the feather of hope, a delicate symbol of upward promises and an uplifting future. But they have no protection. So it's going to really get hot. Rising flames. Let your passion guide you to the fulfilling purpose meant for you. And for that, you have to walk through the flames and trust you won't get burned. But this one with no protection, I would start researching, meditating, and following what I'm guided to do if I was you. And this Queen of Pentacles, what do we need to know? Hidden keys, important parts. I believe that this Queen of Pentacles has hidden keys and plays important parts. A piece to this puzzle, to the awakening of this individual. Hidden keys put things together, they're piece by piece, to reveal the biggest picture. Ashe. Important parts. Embrace each element, weaving them into your story with openness and understanding. Ashe. You have to fully immerse yourself. Everything you want is all around you, just waiting for you to see it. I love this message. It's a good story because it is in the hands of each individual. This is a story of two individuals, one that wanted to stay disloyal to self but wanted to have a union, and another one that's intelligent enough to know to guard her energy. He or she put that energy where it lies, male, female, gender neutral, and tarot. This will leave some shattered, heartbroken. Some will become destroyed. Depends on if they wanted to and how deep they went with this disloyalty, these secrets, these lies, this thievery. Moon in Aquarius, air element. So tell us about this sneaky little fox that thinks they're so sly. They're depleted, exhausted, drained already, and the journey has not even started. But they're getting a perspective. They know they would be better off and happier if they gain a clear headspace. Stop daydreaming and fantasizing. This perspective, what is their perspective? Are they changing their perspective? Soulmate in reverse. No deep love, no union, no connection is what they have gained as far as now of a perspective. They're only concerned about not having their soulmate. But what about your soul? They know it's farewell and that you have to leave them behind and have your own closure. You said goodbye. What else do we need to know about this soulmate in reverse? They want a commitment now. They want a union. They want to make promises of fidelity because they feel the loss. Now they're in grief and sorrow that's causing them to go into a depression because they see that you walked away and they've been trying to manifest you, expecting to hear from you. Wow. So they the liar and the thief, and they expect you that's grounded, secure, no issues, to call them, to contact them, because they need your energy. Make it make sense. Talk about illusions and delusion. What else do we need to know about this sorrow? Twin flames. Mirroring energies. But see, twin flames come together and that fire, that spark, it sets a big blaze. That blaze is to ignite within each individual a spark to awaken, to notice the cycles, to go and heal, each on their own journey. And then once completed, they can unite. Not someone that's mirroring, aka copycatting what they hear and see of you, not having it themselves within. There are no shared feelings, there is no reflection, it's only an imitator. Twin flames, what else do we need to know? Twin flames. They will be left in resentment, anger, and have a lot of hurtful words left in their bitterness, their conflict, because you are no longer compatible. You have a lot of differences. Your light outshines their dark. It's too much clashing. They're still in the dark. Look at this. 2 cards in black and white. This one's pitch black. What do we need to know about this Queen of Pentacles bluff? She's not bluffing or pretending. She's not wearing a mask, and she's not exaggerating on what she knows she knows. And she knows they're going through an emotional storm, turmoil, because they're unstable. What else? Give me another card on this bluff in reverse. Bluff in reverse. Confusion. Unclear, unsure, uncertain on why they even are still trying to return, I'm sure, for a second chance. They're confused. Why do they want to come back for a second chance? Roll the dice. Gamble for an opportunity. Wanting a second chance 2 times in a row. But you're escaping, avoiding, blocking that. Walking your straight and narrow path. Manifesting, having faith. Concealing your secrets, concealing what your plans are. Let's see, one more deck. What do we need to know about this trickster? This trickster. 7 of Swords. That's wanting to come in and get back under your protection because they lost theirs. And they want to run to you after being deceitful, lying, trying to hide out. Who are they trying to get away from? They're already exhausted, depleted, but they're not having any growth. They're stuck in their bittersweetness, yet they want a commitment with the person that they're bitter about. This person is totally, I'm telling you, this card right here, 9 of Swords in reverse, they have gone mad. They need to do some detox. They need to rid themselves of negative energy. Deep cleansing prayers. Research. What do we need to know? Wow. Karmic third party. There was chemistry. And now they're having a default on their payments. That's why they need money. They want to make you a third party so that they can get finances so they shit don't get taken. How disgusting. This mofo wants to come in and have a third party relationship with a Queen of Pentacles because he feels they have chemistry. What kind of chemistry? And it's all because they getting their shit taken. And maybe because not only a house, a car, finances, I'm talking about their gifts, their protection that already came out. What about this? I was going to say, what about this karmic third party relationship? They have not learned any lessons. They're scared. They're in high mental distress. High mental distress. Do you see the glow around the head? Their chakra's burnt out. Their crown chakra is burnt out. They're confused. They don't know left from right, up from down. They can't trust their own choices. And they've lost their web of connection. They better pray. That's all I can say. But they're expecting for you to be a rebound. They're not expecting you to know of their intentions. They're coming in already knowing they're making you a temporary option and that they're flighty. I knew I picked up a return. This is somebody you already had dated before and you cut their ass off. Now other people are cutting them off and they have nothing to grasp hold to. They're losing everything, and most importantly of all, they have lost their guides. Their ancestors probably not even standing up for them. They probably can't even get a demon to work for them. Oh, funny, not funny. But they expect to come in to you because they are scared. They have no protection. And they are really upset. Oh, wow. Do you see how this card landed on this? You being obscure. You're not even thinking about this machismo. They want to use their toxic masculinity, but you're not down for it. They cannot meet manly expectations of a real man because, as you can see by this card, they're focused on the outside, like their good looks would work to make you their boo. What do we need to know about this macho-ism in reverse? This toxic dude that wants to come in as though he's not, only to love bomb, show you overly amount of attention, shower you with affection, which they call affection, but it's actually sex, to glamour you, to put a spell on you, give you a love offering. Don't accept it. You can't see the thorns on that, but trust me. My feeling is, do not accept any gifts from someone that is love bombing you because they're penny pinching in a financial struggle. So they'll come in, lay it on thick like they have it all together, but as soon as they feel like you're under their spell, surprise, this imbalanced individual and their repossessions of everything, they're chained. They're doomed. They're stuck in codependency, unhealthy attachments, and they're way down. As I said, they already have someone they're wanting to come in and make you a third party. And whoever they're doing this behind, that's probably who they're being sneaky, trying to be all sly, not even let them know what's going on. Wow, they are done. And you're just sitting there laughing. What do we need to know about this web of connection? What's going on with that web of connection? Their feather of hope. This is a group they party, have sex with, and drink, and have surface level pleasures with. And he's even missing them, reminiscing, recalling the past. Because they're not getting turned with him anymore. Or maybe he found a new crew. Yeah, he's got a long way to go. Maybe he's down with his crew, his web. Well, damn. These may not be like friends. These might be a crew, like a crew. You see all these swords? This disloyalty and lies, that might be how many chicks he got on the side. Or dudes, take it how it resonates. But they got a long way to go. But see, they're in this group that's in for a long haul, calling themselves in it to win it. They're invested. They're chained to lust, greed, and to being inconsiderate. Well, I guess that made it very clear. Any old flames, twin flames, soulmate, friend, brother, cousin, whoever it is. But in this situation, it happens to be a contract that was written that is now null and void because this one has a long haul to go. And you're already on your path. A lot of people take those contracts for granted. This story is to let everyone know exactly that it does not work like that. Peace.